To the left of the stage is an alcove containing 3 different groupings of stained glass. Closest to the stage, we have 3 images depicting the story of Cain and Abel.
It's the first murder in our history. I mean, of course it was mean to kill your brother, but if you have never killed anyone in the history before, how should you know that your act was killing? So I have tried to show Cain who stands there with his hands in his mouth. This is a typical gesture that you have with children who has done something wrong, and if they don't really understand what they did. I have done also some allusions to the famous painting of Munch called The Scream, where you will see that the face of Cain is a little bit like the face in that very famous painting of Munch. And then you have this brother lying under him with his head, sleeping. And it's a long sleep because it's a sleep that does not wake him up again. And then on top of that, I have made a skull of one of the goats maybe, because we never know, but it is possible that it was a skull of a dead animal that he used to kill his brother. He just found it on the ground and he was irritated and then he hit him with that, and that's the weapon up there, you see.
To the left, in the aisle of this room, there is a large red and brown window symbolizing the Eucharist through the blood and body of Christ and the crown of thorns.
And under it, all the drops that falls down, you have a chalice that takes the drops, which is, of course, then the chalice of the blood and wine.
Further to the left, we have a grouping of 3 windows, all relating to the crucifixion of Christ. The door shows Christ on the cross.
And he holds up one arm, and the other one is still on the cross. He puts up the arm like saying, I will not surrender. I will come back.
Above that, you have the face of Christ. Peter based this off of the image of Edessa, believed by many to be the first image of Christ. By making this the single clearest image of a figure in the entire chapel, he is paying tribute to the significance of this icon in church history. To the right, we see the traditional crucifixion depictions of a mourning Mary and disciple John, but with an interpretation of how it echoes the story of Adam and Eve. Peter explains.
That's why I have shown on one figure, Eve, who's Mary, that she also has a trunk of a tree standing next to her, because the tree that was a tree of sin is now being torn into pieces and thrown away. And John, you will see him, there's a skull under it, which is a skull of Adam, but it is also an apple next to it. And he has thrown the apple out of his hand, so now we can start on from the beginning anew.
Our tour continues in the alcove to the right of the stage.